What crazy details become visible only when you pause Kpop Demon Hunters? You didn't know it, but the creators actually left these on purpose, and only those who know where to look can find them. Prepare yourself, because you'll be shocked to discover how these little details went unnoticed all this time. And be careful, because once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. Recall the scene where the girls secretly sneak into the idol show to kill the Saja Boys, but get noticed and invited onto the stage. To win the fans' love, Huntrix and Saja Boys pretend to be kind to each other and make a bow. But something strange happens here. While Saja Boys easily bend down, Huntrix struggle a lot. The girls can't bend their backs properly. And if you pause the moment, you'll see that Zoe is the one who looks in the most pain. And the reason will blow your mind. While Rumi and Mira grew up in Korea and learned this bow from childhood, Zoe grew up in America and never practiced it. That's why it's so hard for her. And that's why she's the only one who looks like she's in pain. But there's one more crazy detail. If you pause and look at Saja Boys, you'll notice their bodies bend in an unnatural way. And that's not accidental. Saja Boys aren't human, but demons. That's why their bodies show such strange flexibility, even though they've never bought in their lives. Comment below if you noticed this crazy detail. We all know that Honmoon was created by the first hunters who made it to protect the human world. This first Honmoon was glowing with white and blue colors, just like the weapons of the demon hunters. But here is something strange. We see how Honmoon became bright purple and pink after Gwima took control over the human world. But when Huntrix spotted and the world was again covered with the shield, we still see pink and purple colors in the layer. And the reason will shock you. The old Honmoon was blue because it was created from pure human souls and protected by pure demon hunters. The new Honmoon has pink and purple colors as it's protected not only by hunters, but also by a demon, Rumi. That's why demon colors like pink and purple became part of the new Honmoon. Comment below if you noticed this little detail, and take a look at the next paused moment you didn't expect to see. When we first meet Rumi, Zoe, and Mira, we can notice something interesting. Mira wears sharp long earrings, but while many think it's just part of her style, there's actually something more to it. In the first meeting between Huntrix and the Saja Boys, we see Mystery wearing earrings with the same shape as Mira's. These earrings were on him even when he was still a demon, which means they're important not only to his human form but also to his real demon soul. In the real world, having matching earrings is very common for couples. This small detail might hint that Mira and Mystery were a couple in the past. But if you think there's no proof of such a romance, look at this next detail. When Huntrix is in the studio writing a song, their wall is covered with posters of the Saja Boys. And while most of them look evil, Mystery poster looks nice and cute. But as soon as Zoe reaches for Mystery poster, Mira quickly tears it off, not letting Zoe look at it. So could it mean that Mira secretly had feelings for Mystery and they were connected all along? This would explain why at the end of the movie, Mystery chose to attack Zoe and not Mira. But while you share your versions in the comments, let's take a look at another crazy detail you can notice only when you pause the movie. We all fell in love with that cute chubby guy who was the biggest fan of literally everyone. At first, he appears wearing a Huntrix t-shirt during the idol show where Huntrix competes with the Saja Boys. Then we see him wearing a Saja Boys t-shirt. But something weird happens later. At the final concert of the Saja Boys, this same guy appears wearing a t-shirt with the name Gwima on it. It's no secret that Gwima is the king of demons and completely unknown in the human world. Yet somehow this fan has a shirt with his name on it. So prepare to find out something crazy. We know that every demon was once human, which means Gwima must have been human long ago. Having his name printed on a shirt could mean that he could actually be a K-pop idol in his past human life, and the world might have known his real name before. But wait to see more. If you pause every scene in the movie where fans appear, you'll notice something shocking. There isn't a single fan who looks the same. There are at least 50 fans shown throughout the movie, and not a single one is repeated. That means every fan you see on screen was carefully animated with unique facial features, so each one stands out. Even with so many faces in the crowd, you won't find two that look alike. You definitely heard that Huntrix and Saja Boys were inspired by real K-pop groups. But the truth is even bigger. In the movie, Huntrix and Saja Boys actually compete with real K-pop idols. Just take a look at this. When Rumi, Mira, and Zoe finish their performance of How It's Done, Bobby shares the happy news that their song is #1 on the charts. But if you pause a moment, you'll see something interesting. Right under Huntrix in a second place is the group Twice, a real K-pop girl group from South Korea. So in the movie, Huntrix competes with a real-world K-pop group. But that's not the only hidden detail. Group Twice actually appeared in the movie. And you you definitely missed this moment if you weren't paying close attention. Recall the scene where the girls run through the corridor before their big performance. On the wall we can see a poster of Twice featuring the real members of the group. But that's not all. On another wall, there's a poster of another girl group called Meow. This K-pop group also exists in the real world. Comment below if you noticed these details before. And let's pause a few more moments you never expected to see in the movie. The creators didn't just hide other K-pop groups in the movie, they hid themselves too. This secret appears during the fan signing scene. When Huntrix and Saja Boys sit together, fans start making cute edits of their favorite couples. But if you pause while Bobby is scrolling, you'll spot something surprising. Take a look at this. One of the images includes a new hashtag created by fans called Jinu. But that's not the most important part. The profile that posted the picture is actually a direct reference to the movie's creator, Maggie Kang. This kind of appearance by a director is called a cameo. But since Kpop Demon Hunters is an animated movie, Maggie decided to create an animated version of herself. The craziest part is that the hashtag Jinu is real and now is very popular online. If you type it on Instagram, you will find many romantic photos of Jinu and Rumi together. This might be the first time a hashtag from an animated movie made it into the real world. Comment below if you plan to search for the hashtag Jinu after watching this video. And let's check the next detail you probably missed. Right after Huntrix finishes their first big concert, the girls return to their tall glass tower. While Zoe and Mira are dreaming about the couch, Rumi is secretly launching a new song. But if you pause this moment, you'll see something unexpected. On the white couch, there's a cute white stuffed toy. It may seem unimportant, but take a closer look. This chick toy is actually the same one that appears on the card Jinu sends to Rumi a little later. So how could this toy be identical to the one on the card? Take a look at this. Rumi receives the invitation from Jinu through his pet tiger. That means Jinu already knew where Rumi lived and sent his spiritual pet to deliver the invitation. That's why the chick appears on the card and no one else. Jinu had visited Rumi's home before and saw her favorite stuffed toy on the couch. Using a photo of her toy on the card was his way to melt Rumi's heart and make her more open to meeting him. And the plan worked. So now you know that Jinu is not only cute and charming but also a little bit of a thief. But wait for it. This next secret changes everything you thought you knew about Jinu. At the beginning of the movie, we learn about the first hunters, who with the power of their voices protected villagers from the first demons. In the center of these events, we see a mother trying to protect her daughter. A moment later, we see the little girl's soul glowing, which means she is protected from the demons. But here's where things get crazy. The same mother and daughter appear again, but already in Jinu's memories. If you pause this moment and compare the two scenes, you'll see it clearly. They are his mother and little sister, the ones he left behind the walls when he went to serve the emperor. But wait for the most shocking part. At the beginning, we see Jinu's little sister's soul glowing blue, which means she was safe from the demon's influence. But even though she was protected from other demons, her own brother became a demon and left her to die without food and help. How sad is that? These are just a few paused moments you might have missed while watching Kpop Demon Hunters. Comment below which detail surprised you the most. And be sure to like this video and watch the next one. There are still so many hidden details to discover and you won't want to miss them.